Welcome back for your weekly update on the Average Knight's quest to obtain the Holy Grail. This week you will be meeting the Average Knight and his 4 companions.
The wise Sir Bedivere was the first to join King Arthur's knights, but other illustrious names were soon to follow. Sir Lancelot the Brave, Sir Galahad the Pure, and Sir Robin, the not quite so brave as Sir Lancelot.
And lastly, the Average Knight.
Together they formed a band whose names and deeds were to be retold throughout the centuries. The Knights of the Round Table.
Sir Bedivere has a slider with a mousetrap attached at the end to defeat the Black Knight. There are 2 shrubbery arms which are activated by an actuator and then connected to a motor to pull and collect shrubbery. Sir Bedivere lobs grenades by having a slider connected to a pipe. This pipe has a door connected to a motor that moves up as a DC motor pulls a string. The balls fall into the beast lair from the pipe due to gravity. There's a clamper connected to a slider to pick up the Holy Grail. This system isn't our best system, as the shrubbery arms cannot be activated unless the sliders for the grenade system and the Holy Grail have been deployed. This means precious time lost in collecting shrubbery. Further, there is low accuracy in lobbing grenades, making it an ineffective system.
Sir Lancelot is a washed-up knight that wasn't selected for this quest. Sir Lancelot has 2 sweeper arms that first collect shrubbery and then move the Black Knight out of the home zone. Sir Lancelot has a grenade launcher, which is a tube which holds the grenades. These grenades roll down to the rotator, which allows each grenade to enter a quadrant of the beast lair. To pick up the Holy Grail, Sir Lancelot has another slider with a grabber attached to it. This grabber picks up the Holy Grail and moves it out of the beast lair. Sir Lancelot was not selected because of his slow and cumbersome movements. Sir Lancelot may not even finish this task in the allotted 40 seconds, and hence not suitable for this journey.
Sir Robin, the not quite so brave as Sir Lancelot, features a ramp and a cart with a mousetrap on the front that activates when it hits the Black Knight, removing him from the home zone. To gather shrubbery, 2 arms are attached on swivels that flip out into the home zone and are rotated by motors to collect the shrubs into the corners. A PVC pipe housing the holy hand grenades of Antioch and a claw are attached to a scissor arm that extends forward. As each entrance to the beast lair passes, a solenoid activates and deploys a grenade into the lair. Meanwhile, the claw collects the Holy Grail from the top of the lair. Once Sir Robin completes these tasks, the scissor arm retracts to move out of the blast zone. Sir Robin's major faults lie mostly within the task of removing the Black Knight. The aim of the cart is unreliable, and the mousetrap is likely to wear out within a few uses.
The 4th alternative design uses 2 folding arms to reach out past the tennis balls before pulling back and causing a bar attached to the end to bump the balls into the home zone. Grenades are delivered by a cart which can roll out to the beast's lair. The cart is also equipped with a claw to scoop up the Black Knight. The cart would then be pulled back in by a motor and a string to bring it out of the blast zone and bring the Black Knight back out of the home zone. The design shown is what we've selected for the final competition. The design features 2 folding arms which will extend with a piston and sweep back using a motor. The hooked piece of wood on the end of the arms will help guide the tennis balls into our home zone. The tube at the front of the machine will hold the grenades and will move forward on parallel sliders with rotating supports at the front to lean out for extra distance. The solenoid attached will act as a gate for the grenades and deposit them into the beast's lair. A motor at the back will then pull the grenade platform back out of the blast zone. A hooked piece of wood beneath the grenade tube will be used to remove the Black Knight. The hinge will allow the hook to pass over the Black Knight on the way out, but will catch him on the way back.
Our main objective is to win the competition. The most important sub-function is collecting all the shrubbery, because it's worth a lot of points. This can be done by reaching out to the shrubbery first, then pull them into our zone.
The 3rd level evaluation matrix presents how the final design was selected, the important customer requirements, and how well each solution catered to each need is measured. The final design, ironically called the Average Knight, is actually the best suited to embark on the quest for the Holy Grail, having the highest relative importance score of 0.21. Compared to the benchmark scoring 0.15, the Average Knight is far improved and can win the competition.
Thanks for joining us today, and tune in next week to see the progress the Average Knight has made on his quest to obtain the Holy Grail.